Welcome to the NIST Privacy Framework Implementation course. In the next 15 minutes, we'll walk through the 4 core functions of the framework: identify P, govern P, control P, and communicate P. You'll see how organizations assess privacy risks, build governance structures, implement controls, and create transparency with stakeholders. We use DataTrust Solutions as our case study throughout. Let's get started. Let's begin with the big picture. The NIST Privacy Framework is a voluntary tool developed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology to help organizations manage privacy risk. It complements the NIST cybersecurity framework and provides a common language for privacy across all sectors. The NIST Privacy Framework is built around 4 core functions that together provide a complete approach to managing privacy risk. Identify P is the foundation. It requires organizations to inventory all data processing activities, map how personal data flows through systems, assess privacy risks to individuals, and understand the regulatory landscape. You cannot manage privacy risks you haven't identified. Govern P establishes the governance structure. Define your privacy risk management strategy, set policies and measurable objectives, assign roles with clear accountability, and ensure leadership commitment. Governance turns privacy from an aspiration into an organizational discipline. Control P implements the operational controls that manage privacy in practice. This includes data processing controls, data minimization, consent management, access restrictions, and retention policies. Controls must be proportionate to the privacy risk identified in the Identify P function. Communicate P ensures transparency. Organizations must communicate clearly with individuals about how their data is collected, used, and shared. This includes privacy notices, disclosure practices, stakeholder engagement, and breach notification procedures. Trust is built through transparency. Many organizations already use the NIST cybersecurity framework. Let's compare it with the privacy framework to understand how they complement each other. The NIST cybersecurity framework protects systems and data from external and internal threats. It focuses on confidentiality, integrity, and availability, addressing unauthorized access, data breaches, and cyber attacks. The risk perspective is primarily organizational. What could harm the enterprise? The privacy framework protects individuals from risks created by how organizations process their data. It focuses on consent, transparency, and data minimization. Critically, it addresses risks from authorized data processing, activities that are perfectly legal and sanctioned but may still harm individuals. The risk perspective is individual-centric. Now let's move from theory to practice. The course organizes implementation into 7 practical steps, taking you from understanding the framework through to aligning it with your business objectives. Implementation starts with understanding the framework, identifying privacy risks, and establishing governance. Step 1 builds foundational understanding. Learn the framework structure, its 4 functions, implementation tiers, and profiles. Map the functions to your organizational context and assess your current privacy maturity. This baseline assessment guides all subsequent implementation decisions. Step 2 implements the Identify P function. Create a comprehensive data processing inventory, map data flows across all systems and third parties, and conduct privacy impact analysis. DataTrust Solutions discovered processing activities they didn't know existed during this step, including analytics pipelines that retain personal data longer than disclosed. Step 3 implements Govern P. Establish the governance structure with clear policies, a privacy risk management strategy, defined roles, and accountability at the executive level. The governance framework ensures privacy decisions are made consistently and with appropriate authority across the organization. Steps 4 and 5 implement the operational heart of the framework. Controls that manage privacy and communication that builds trust. Step 4 implements Control P. Design and deploy controls for data minimization, purpose limitation, consent management, access restrictions, and data retention. Controls should be proportionate to the privacy risk. High-risk processing like automated decision-making or biometric data requires stronger controls than basic contact information processing. Step 5 implements Communicate P. Create clear, accessible privacy notices that explain data practices in plain language. Build mechanisms for individuals to exercise their rights, ask questions, and raise concerns. Establish breach notification procedures with defined timelines. DataTrust Solutions redesigned their privacy notices from legal jargon into layered, understandable formats. The final two steps connect privacy to security and align the framework with business objectives. Step 6 aligns security with privacy. Many organizations manage security and privacy separately, creating gaps and overlaps. This step maps your cybersecurity controls to privacy requirements, identifies where security measures support privacy goals, and where additional privacy-specific controls are needed. The course shows how DataTrust integrated their CSF and privacy framework implementations. Step 7 aligns the framework with business objectives. Create current state and target state privacy profiles that reflect your business priorities, risk appetite, and regulatory obligations. The gap between current and target profiles becomes your privacy improvement roadmap. This step ensures privacy investments are directed where they create the most value. Let's close with the most important lessons from implementing the NIST Privacy Framework. First, privacy risk is fundamentally about harm to individuals, not just organizational risk. The framework shifts your perspective from protecting the enterprise to protecting the people whose data you process. This individual-centric view drives better privacy outcomes. Second, the four functions work as an integrated system. Identify P discovers what needs protection, Govern P sets the rules, Control P enforces them, and Communicate P builds trust. Weakness in any function undermines the others. Third, align the privacy framework with the NIST cybersecurity framework. Organizations that manage security and privacy together achieve better outcomes than those treating them as separate programs. The frameworks were designed to complement each other. And fourth, start with a comprehensive data processing inventory. You cannot manage privacy risks you haven't discovered. The inventory reveals processing activities, data flows, and third-party sharing that may not be visible from policy documents alone. That wraps up our overview of the NIST Privacy Framework. In the full Udemy course, you'll get detailed lessons on all four functions, the 7-step implementation process, the DataTrust Solutions case study, templates for privacy risk assessments, governance structures, and control mappings. Click the link below or scan the QR code to enroll and start building your privacy program today. Thank you for watching. If this overview was useful, subscribe for more privacy, security, and governance content. See you in the course.